we the people are continuing to gain knowledge and information. From what I have been able to learn is that the discharge of claims in the public sector, whether federal or state claims, issued by the Internal Revenue Service, are easily discharged with a simple computer entry and transfer of credit and debt through the computer using the IRS Technical Support Division. There is verification that this process has come from the Special Procedure Handling Offices of the IRS. When a secured party utilizes the Uniform Commercial Code correctly, the field is leveled as it pertains to the degree of commercial transactions despite the blockage of information as well as being told false information. We the people are continuing to gain knowledge and information regardless of being the target of threats and blackmail. It seems that over 25 million Americans have successfully redeemed their Strawman and achieved access to their Strawman trust account before May 26, 2003. It is rumored that many of these 25 million were political insiders, politicians, judges, lawyers, corporate executives, senior military, Secret Service and Security Services personnel and their families and others, are implicated in the establishment and the maintaining in this fictional and fraudulent system, a system that has been used to abuse the mass population of the United States for over 70 years prior to 2003. There is an old saying by Edmund Burke, 1729 to 1797, all that is required to allow evil to flourish is that too many good men do nothing. I believe that most people will do nothing to redeem themselves simply because they believe they are better off being property of the state, and being held responsible for a government-created straw man is just fine with them. On May 23, 1933, Congressman Louis T. McFadden, R.O., chairman of the House Banking and Finance Committee, brought formal charges against the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve Bank System, the Comptroller of the Currency, and the Secretary of United States Treasury for numerous criminal acts, including but not limited to conspiracy, fraud, unlawful conversion, and treason. To protect themselves from these charges, both the House and the Senate, on June 5, 1933, passed House Joint Resolution 192. It provided that the people, who had delivered their gold to the federal government following an illegal proclamation by President Roosevelt, would be exempt from paying their debts since their means of payment, their substance, had been taken from them. HJR 192 provided a remedy for the crime. The basis of UCC-1 debt elimination derives from HJR 192, in which the corporate U.S. Board of Directors, the Congress, removed from the flesh and blood men and women of the several United States of America their substance with which they can pay for things, and replaced it with fictitious money in the form of debt instruments called Federal Reserve notes. This created the exemption. Essentially, the acceptance/redemption debt elimination process obtains access to the trust account that the federal government has been using since your birth to monetize and pay off the national debt. They automatically made the government the trustee of that account and used your energy and talent to fund the national government with your birth certificate sent from the state in which you were born. The Department of Treasury creates a constructive trust account that permits the corporate United States and all of the other subsidiary corporations, states, counties, cities, etc. to interact with you as a corporate, fictitious entity. They are fictitious public entities that cannot interact with you, the real, living person, but they have convinced you, the living flesh and blood person, that they are referring to you. You have voluntarily accommodated this interaction on behalf of your fictitious entity, your corporation. By filing your UCC-1 financial statement, security agreement, negotiable bill of exchange, and the Federal Reserve routing numbers with the fictitious corporate government entities, you separate yourself from that accommodation and take the position as the first creditor to that debtor. The debt belongs to the corporate you, but the real you has been making the payments. Now you will stand first in line to utilize the collateral held in your trust account by the government. Using this trust account as they have done, you can assign credit to the bank at which you, the fictitious entity, owe the debt. A simple transaction discharges that debt. Who can now complain that the debt is not satisfied? You have done what you have agreed to do, but the credit did not come from your checking account. It was a non-cash transaction in the public fiction of commerce under the Uniform Commercial Code.